I can't tell this story without telling you about Don. You know what I'm saying? Don was my best friend out there. He, man, like, you know, moving somewhere and not knowing nobody, not knowing anything, nothing about anybody. And man, the dude was real genuine with me, bro. Like, I go to it was a store called PJ's on the back road or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And would go down there. They sold propane, and you know everything in there was high. They got it from Walmart and they just marked it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was just convenient. You know what I'm saying? But Don was always in there, and you just, you know, it was all love every time I went in the store. You know, if I asked him for help, he would refer me to somebody. Then, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he would just give me their number. And you know what I'm saying? When I come back, hey, did you get in touch with such and such? And yeah. And, you know, and then I tell him like, nah, man, I couldn't get an answer or nothing like that, or they didn't come through. And he was like, man, you know what? I'm going to come out there and I'm going to help you. And he started coming out, helping me. And then, you know, and I was like, man, Don, you want to come work for us at the ranch, man? I really would like to have you over at the ranch. So, boom. He said, yeah. And you know what I mean? The ball started rolling, you know what I mean? Don came through. We really started building. My brother-in-law, he's a master electrician, master plumber. So, you know, between my team, Don, me, and my wife, you know what I mean, we put our hand, we got to it, man. We really got to it. And Don was a very integral part in that. He showed me a lot, you know what I'm saying, in that little bit of time that I was with him. You know what I'm saying, that I'm still referring back to things that he taught me. And it's all good, but it was just, you know, they murdered him. They murdered him.
What?
Yeah. Like he
out there?
Yeah, man, he was shit. My in-laws was finna move out here, and Don was gonna build a house, and Don was gonna build him a house over on this side. You know what I'm saying? We was gonna start a business out there. Just, you know what I'm saying? It was just, man, we was gonna do so much. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, I gotta see this thing through, you know what I'm saying, because of how he was snuffed out, you know what I'm saying, and they tried to forget about him, you know what I'm saying, and act like he didn't matter. And you know how, like, I don't care what nobody did, you know what I'm saying, or however they lead their life, you know what I'm saying. It's like with George Floyd. They said, you know, he didn't deserve, he's not a hero or whatever, like, because of what he did and all of this stuff. Like, they, like, nah, man, none of that stuff, your past or what you do don't define you. I mean, as far as, like, when you do things, like, what's the point of jail if you do the crime, you go, as far as that state's eyes, they see it, you fair with them once you go and you do your time or whatever, know what I'm saying? They not chasing you down, know what I'm saying, running behind you, constantly bringing up your past, know what I'm saying? Your debt is paid with, as far as society, time served. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? So, you know, and when Don passed, they tried to say, oh, even with me, you know, that's the first thing. He did this, he did that, he was doing this. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, you know, y'all can't reconvict me for those things again.
It's done.
You know, it's done. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? We are dealing with where we are now and where we trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? I believe, you know, whatever happens in a person's life, you know, that just it builds them, gives them character. They either learn from it or they don't, or, you know, whatever have the circumstances may be. But, you know, with Don, they tried to slander his name and say all this and say all that. And
How was he murdered?
I'm assuming that they tried to rob him and they shot him in the back of the head. And, you know, and his killer ran loose for like 3 years in the community. Killer ran loose about 3 years in the community. And it wasn't like until, you know, you would think, like, we from the big city, and if all three of us is last seen together and one of us become missing, it's obvious that the
two
police
had something to do with it, right?
or know that the police are gonna come and talk to you and find out.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
What happened?
Yeah. None of that never happened.
None of that happened with him.
Never happened. Not one time. Not no follow up. You know what I'm saying? The
Is
man
this the
worked
same police
here.
out there where you're from?
Yeah, the man worked here. He lived here. His son caught the bus here. Why weren't we consulted? The only thing they told me was that we need to watch our back.